Welcome everybody to tonight's show. I am Dave Stelma. Thank you for coming on board tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about the gifts of the holiday. Yes, Christmas gifts, past, present, and a glimpse into the future maybe. Give me your ideas as far as what your future presents would be in the comments there. But it's all starting right after the intro. Yeah, what do you remember as far as past obsessions for gifts, right? Remember all those things? I was doing some research for the show tonight, and I came up with a little list of things, some way before our time. I'm going to guess everyone's time on here, maybe not. And I put up a rather gruesome graphic there because of the past. What happens when you have those toys of the past and you're really playing with them? What do you do with them? Of course, they end up in the here we go. They end up in the heap there, right? Yep, they end up in the heap. They get dismantled. Hi, Abby. Thanks for coming on board. They end up in the heap there. But here's some of the past. A few little tidbits about them. Let me pull up my list here. Give you some good factoids on this. Shirley Temple doll was the first one that everyone remembers, and that was way back in 1934. And it sold for $2.89. That was a lot of money back then, right? To get that Shirley Temple doll. Guess how much it sells for now on eBay? If you can find one on eBay today. Any guess? $1,545 is the last one that they had on here that was sold in 2010. So if you would have hung on to that for that many years, you might have made some money on that one, right? Chatty Cathy in 1960. That was an obsession one. These are all the ones. And what if you remember a certain one that you had to wait in line for, or your parents waited in line for, or you obsessed over and you never got? Put it in the comments. Tell me which one that was. I'm going to hit a few of these from the past here. Chatty Cathy, I don't remember that one, but I remember people talking about it. Chatty Cathy was in there. Sold for $19. Last one in 2010 also sold for $195. If you would have hung on to that. Now, we're getting into my neck of the woods. 1964, that was a great year. Moi was born, 1964. 1964, G.I. Joe was the obsession that year. Every little boy had to have a G.I. Joe, right? And along the way, we're going to have Barbie dolls. I don't know which, if you know what year Barbie dolls came out, I didn't have that on my list here, but of course, that was one of the big ones too, the Barbie doll, right? What else do we have here? They go from 1964. Oh, by the way, that was $4 that sold for, and then it was $210 that's going for currently. So a little bit of jump in the price there. But then 1977, let's fast forward to that. That was what? What was the big movie and the big obsession with action figures that year? Could it be Star Wars? Nothing but Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars action figures, 1977. They sold for $2.79, and they're worth anything, depending upon the rarity of them and which one. They can be anything from $4 to $1,200. Yeah, so, and what condition they're in. Now we're getting into the ones that people were fighting over. Remember seeing those news blips of people tackling and beating up each other and all this stuff? Yeah, that was for the ugly doll of the century. Cabbage Patch Kids. I thought they were just ugly. I couldn't believe it. 1983. People were fighting over that Cabbage Patch Kid. Remember that? That was crazy, and all the little segments on that. But then now we're jumping up in price, right? And people were like going in and like buying them and then reselling them. That's where that kind of started, that craze started happening, right? So then we were trying to find what was the next big thing so that you could go buy that up and then you could resell it and make tons more money off of that, right? Yeah. Those went for $25 way back in 1982. $25, yeah, or 83. Sorry, 83. Yeah, but that was a big one. But then, you know, they fade pretty darn fast. They got Transformers on here in 1984. I don't think that was a big obsession, but here's another good one. Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin, remember that one? Yeah, had the little, I think it had a pull string, didn't it? I think it had a pull string, and or it was robotic in some way. I vaguely remember that one, but all I remember is that the people fighting over it again. That was another one. People fighting over those things. It was crazy. You don't get much of that anymore. You don't see those the big thing of the year or something of that sort, because now we get everything through Amazon, right? Oh, here's a good one. 1986. What do you think the one for 1986 was? Oh, Kyle, yeah, He-Man. There you go. The He-Man action figure. 1986, it was red. I'll give you a hint. It was red. And it laughed, an obnoxious laugh. And you tickled it. Did you get it yet? Tickle Me Elmo. Yeah, Tickle Me Elmo, 1996. I think I said 86, right? 1996, that was. 1996, Tickle Me Elmo was the big one that year. And people were, another one, beating each other up. I remember all the little TV segments. They're just, you know, crazy how people get around the holiday season. Their kid wants it. They want to please the kid. If you got a Tickle Me Elmo for a Christmas present that year, wow, you were a spoiled little child. Or your parents camped out and did at midnight trying to get into the local store to get those things, right? And then I'm going to skip through Beanie Baby, so oh my gosh, we don't even want to talk about that. But here, 1998, what do you think that was? What obsession was 1998? It was furry. It told you when it had to be fed and go to the bathroom and do, you know, yeah. Furbies. I vaguely remember a niece of mine having an obsession over that. I think her name was Mandy. There you go. Yes. $35 those went for. Furbies were the big thing. 1998. It was, you know, and you think back to these, you reflect back on all these, and you think, what was the big thing? And it was just a supply and demand thing, right? They created a demand for these things, and then they kind of squeezed the supply, squeezed it tight so that people had, you know, it's like, ooh, you might overpay for that so that you can get the next best thing, you know. All right, so those were some of the things. They also put in here Nintendo Wii. That was a big thing in 2006. Who uses a Wii now, right? Yeah, I don't even know anybody that has one. Maybe they do. Maybe that's still a thing. But remember that year that and then people were hurting. Then it was like the next year, like people were hurting themselves. They were throwing out their shoulders and things and that, doing some of the games and the bowling, and I don't know. It was crazy. Crazy chaos. Let's hit a couple more things here. Well, I tell you what. Let's just keep moving on. Let's talk about the ones right now. What's going on right now for presents? I don't really know. It's all different now. There's not this obsession. There's not this big, you gotta have it thing. There's not those things because they don't build up an obsession anymore. Toys R Us is gone. Those are all closed. So you have Walmart and you have Amazon that's taking over that portion of the market, and they're trying to take on and fill that void, but they're mostly filling it as far as online, right? So there's not that, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like try to beat somebody online in the morning? Like get up at 4 a.m. like some crazy people and get online and go, ooh, let's see what we can do here. Some other things that they had as far as the big ones for this year was mostly Lego based. They're all Lego based, the ones that are on here. They have Pomsies, never heard of those. Haven't even seen a commercial for a Pomsy, but Pomsies are in here. And then it's all Lego based. Lego based sets and that. Hey, Courtney. There is Scruffaloves. These are all for young kids, I think, here. LOL Surprise, Glam Glitter Series Doll. Tell me if you know any of these things. I have not even seen a commercial for these, although I don't really watch a lot of those channels anymore, except for when Gabe's here. We watch a little bit of that. But Lego is a big one. There's so many different Lego sets and different things on there. One that I saw that's really cool is this Ozobot bit coding robot. I think that's awesome. It teaches your kids coding through coloring on a tablet. So it reads the colors and the colors and designs that you put on the tablet, and then it takes you through and it writes bit code for it. I think that's pretty cool, or it teaches them how to write bit code. I think that's awesome. But yeah, otherwise they're all kind of the same thing. And Hot Wheels Corkscrew Crash Track Set, that looks kind of cool, but it looks like the same old, same old. They just took the one that they did last year and they put it on its side. So it goes around and around. I don't know, it says you try to rehab the whole thing, right? But yeah, there's not too many of these obsessive ones, these things that are like you just gotta have them and they're running out of them. I don't see anyone doing anything other than that, but otherwise it's Lego, right? Lego is the big one overall, and it's fantastic. What else is on this list? There's not a lot of different ones. Oh, this is a cool one though with Lego. You have to go on, you have to look. I wish you could see this screen right now because it's so cool on this list. Lego Boost Creative Toolbox, and you can build a robot. Okay, it's $160, but it's an actual moving robot. It has interactive motor, and you can do all different things with it. That would be pretty darn cool for a kid to build his own robot, her or him. But other than that, it's just little games that they put on here. Tell me in the comments if there's a toy, and I'm talking about toys here, but there's other things that we have to look at, right? There's other things like maybe, just could be, let's see, Oprah's famous list. So here's the famous list from Oprah. I'm gonna scroll down through a few things, and I don't even think Oprah makes this list herself anymore, because why would you do this? Like, one is this rapid card X5 car charger. Really? And it's for phones. So you plug it into your car, into the lighter, and it's like then it has 5 USB ports and all that. You think Oprah really does that? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. The Echo Spot. Come on, seriously. You know Oprah is all Google. I don't think she's Amazon. I don't think she is. Tell me if I'm wrong, but she strikes me as a Google person. I think she is, yep. But Amazon Spots, we got an Echo Spot, I should say. We got a Echo for in the house here, and then hook it up for Gabe on his Kindle. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have that. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, these are delicious. Eli's Cheesecake Holiday Dippers are in the shape of a Christmas tree. They're awesome. You gotta go get those. I think that would be awesome. Cheesecake on a stick? How could that be wrong? That's so right. In dark chocolate, by the way. What else is on here? Arts and Crafts Library, that's a cool one. And boot socks, they're all in plaid pattern. You gotta go on this list. I'm gonna put the list in the comments And so if you're coming back here in the replay, just say replay and go check out the list down below, because I'm going to put all these lists down in the comment. You can go and check them out there. And let's talk. Oh, that's a really cool one too. Carl, the drinking chocolate snowman. It's in the shape of a snowman. It's got hot cocoa mix and stuff in there. Oh, and the best one of all. Nina's gonna want these. Ember's gonna want these so badly. Foot cream travel set. Nice. All different, 5 different scents, and you can put it on and refurbish or rehab your feet, right? There you go. And then, of course, there's a journal. It's always a journal with Oprah. Yeah, she has a journal in there that you can buy. So I will put those links down in the comments below so you can get all obsessed over that. In fact, I'm going to put that down there right now. Here's Oprah's list. If you're watching this right now, go on and check that out. Otherwise, have a great... Oh, I gotta go to this. Here we go. Go that way. Whatever you do, whatever present you want, make sure you make that list out, because I've learned more than once. Always ask Amber for a list, because what I think she might want may be different than what she really wants. So make sure that you do that for all your family and friends. Put a list up, put it on your Facebook page, put it someplace, and just say, hey, here's the things that I really would like this year. Otherwise, you end up with gift cards, right? And just think of all those people that bought you gift cards to Toys R Us last year and you didn't use them. Or what's the other ones? Boston Store, or whatever, Sears, whatever stores closed out this last year and went bankrupt. Those, if you didn't use those cards up, too bad, so sad, right? So you got to make sure that you use those up. So if you do want something other than that gift card that you may just throw out the door, make sure that you put that list out there somewhere. So Kyle, Courtney was on there, Abby was on there, Ember's on there. Make sure you put your list up on your Facebook page, or send it out in an email, or to any of those family and friends or office workers. Your Secret Santa. Put, hey, Secret Santa, these are some gifts that I'd like. Put those out there so that we don't have to think about it, and you get the gifts and the presents that you want. All right. Have a very merry week, and enjoy having fun this week. Think festive, think holidays, be happy, give lots of hugs, and love to all your friends and family. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. If you like this video, like my Facebook page, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or find everything at davestelma.com.